So today, oh Lord, my shirt is all bungled up. Today is March, I think the 4th, March the 4th. If you hear some kids outside, they have some bad little kids downstairs, and somebody's throwing Legos everywhere, and the little boy screaming and hollering about his Legos. So if y'all hear some screaming, that's what it is. Nobody's killing a child, they just whatever. So anyway, today is March 4th, and yesterday I made 12 weeks, so I've officially been pregnant 3 months, and I am considered in my 2nd trimester according to my doctor, which is wonderful and such a blessing. So really quickly, let me show you my belly so I can get on with symptoms and things like that, because we have to go and run some errands today. So anyway, this is how I look from the front in my outfit. You hear the kids. This is me from the side. This is me from the other side. This is the belly with my tank top, my maternity pants. Alright, so that's the belly from the side. Well, here's it from the front, and here's it from the other side. So yeah, I'm officially out there. As y'all can see, I'm officially out there. So from this side to this side, you can see a little bit better everything, and the badonk. So that's the belly shot. So yeah, so I got my little maternity pants, and these I got yesterday at Ross, y'all, for $6. $6 on clearance. Aren't they the cutest? Oh. Alright guys, so like I mentioned, today is going to be a fairly quick video because we have to run errands and we have to go take care of some stuff. So let's talk about the past month. So I'm, considered 3 months going into my 4th month, and that's how they look at it. Like I'm done with 3 months, but I'm in my 4th month, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like any weeks from like 12 to 14, 12 to 16 would be your 4-month interval or whatever. And I never got all that technical with the last pregnancy, I guess because I was kind of doing week by week. But anyway, so yay, I made it to 12 weeks. And so anyway, let's kind of talk about a few things that happened in months 9, 10, 11, weeks 9, 10, 11, and then 12, okay? So anyway, 9th week, I had an appointment with my RE, because I was still with my RE, and so okay, so that's 9th week. Okay, so 9th week, here we go. Okay, I was not prepared, y'all. I really was not. I'm so sorry. It's kind of just thrown together today. I'm just kind of out of it too. So let me get to a couple of my notes or whatnot. So okay, so 9 weeks I went to Beaumont because I had an appointment there. Reason being is because everywhere else was filled up out here, and as y'all remember, originally I had started out in the Beaumont clinic before we moved to Houston. So I was like, well, if they have an appointment in Beaumont, then I'll go ahead and take it. I can go out there, I know my way, and that way I can do my appointment. My mom was able to come with me, so that was exciting. Hubby was over the road and LeBron was in school. So into the appointment, it was a very good ultrasound because the tech was training somebody, so that was awesome. She said the babies looked great, everything was perfect. They both measured right on time, so they both at that time was 9 weeks each. Baby A was heartbeat was 170, and baby B heart rate was 172. It was so cute because baby A kept shaking its butt. I've never seen an ultrasound where a baby was shaking its butt. And y'all, I kid you not, if I could have videotaped that one, y'all would have been like, huh? I have a twerker on my hands, y'all. I have a twerker. There better be a little girl twerking like that. But anyway, like, it just kept shaking its butt. Like, it was like a rhythm. It was not like no just squirming. It was like the whole time just shaking its butt. And I'm like, okay, I see you. And so anyway, we were laughing. Mom was laughing. We just kept saying it was twerkling and wiggling and stuff like that. And so I was just like so much in love because from 7 weeks to 9 weeks, there was a lot of growth. So anyway, moving forward, symptoms, same stuff, a little bit of nausea, more, I felt more icky after I ate. Like every time I eat, I, you know, feel a little bit more icky than before I ate. Still had a few stretchy, excuse me, ligament pains, but not as much as the very beginning. Like the very beginning, I was stretching fast, and I see why, because I am big, like early big or whatever. Anyway, you know, that's always a blessing to grow and, you know, stuff like that. No real cravings. I have just a normal taste that I like, you know, like pickles still every now and then, but again, the pickles still kind of make me feel nasty afterwards, like I, you know, have gas, and it just reeks. Still like to drink milk. I've been wanting shrimp fried rice for the longest, but I have not found the right shrimp fried rice that I want. It has not shown its face yet. Other than that, nothing really within the 9th week, anything like that. The spotting that I mentioned before had stopped, the little brown spotting that I had with the Crenone. And so yeah, I was still on the medication, Crenone and estrace, and of course my regular, you know, vitamins. So that was all great and dandy. So nothing, you know, there. So that was the 9 week. Yeah, that was 9 week. So moving along, 10 week, and nothing, you know, really changed with 10 weeks. So there was nothing that was significant about that. We do have a home Doppler where we've been trying to find a heartbeat. We only found one, and sometimes we get a double heartbeat because baby B is actually behind baby A. So it's kind of hard to hear and, you know, get baby B or whatnot. So let's see, week 11. So week 11, I had my last RE appointment. So I graduated from the RE to my OB. That was my last appointment. It was done at the Clear Lake location, and my doctor, Dr. Crochet, actually did it, and I have footage of the babies, and I'll include it here. And so as you see, you know, the babies are huge. Like, they are big. It was hubby's first time seeing them larger. He was at the first appointment, but he couldn't make the second. And so now the third, it was a big jump and big difference for him. And because he couldn't be there, I couldn't videotape, you know, the other two. So he couldn't see, you know, the twerking twin. And so, you know, I feel kind of bad. But, oh, I didn't show you the 9 week. Hold on, let me show you the 9 week first. Okay, so the 9 week, I'm so sorry guys, I'm all over the place. This is 9 week. That's baby B. And I don't know, that's baby B as well. That's baby A, the little twerking baby. What does that say? Baby A. That's them together in there. As you can see, one's behind the other. And then them again. So that was the 9 week. So now back to the 11 week now. I'm all over the place. So the 11 week, here we go. So hubby was able to make it to that one. And like I said, as you can see, we have a video of them as well. And so they were much bigger. They were moving. And as soon as he put the Doppler in it, he was like, oh my gosh. He's like, these some little busy little babies. and stuff, you know, and I was more nervous for that appointment than any appointment for some reason. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying because my husband keeps interrupting me. I don't even remember what I was saying, but anyway, 11 week was my last week to graduate. Hubby was able to see. That's what I was saying. I was more nervous about this particular one for some reason. I don't know. I guess it's because of the interval that, you know, little Angel, what happened to her and stuff like that. I was just more nervous. And so when he first put it in, you know, of course the screen was towards him. Hubby was like standing behind, like, so he can see the screen. I was like, you ain't supposed to see yet. You're supposed to wait on me. So anyway, the doctor said, okay, well, here, y'all can go ahead and see. Babies are doing fine. Both of them, you know, heartbeat strong looking, you know, you can see everything. So we was just looking at them. So at first when he put it in, I said, so do you still think, because he made an assumption with the very first ultrasound. He was like, I'm thinking boy, girl with the heartbeat, you know. So then the second time, the third time when I went, the last appointment we had with him when hubby came, I asked him, I said, so do you still make that assumption? He said, well, let me do my measurements, let me do all my stuff and let me see. So when he first put the one in there, he was like, oh Lord, he said, I'm thinking girls. He said, because they are all over the place and stuff like that. He said, I think girls. So then after he did his measurements and after he did his heartbeat and all stuff like, you know, the heartbeats and stuff like that, he was like, guys, I think I'm gonna change it. He said, what is it? Oh, he said, I think I'm gonna change it. And I said, what you mean? He's like, I'm thinking 2 boys. And I was like, no. He was like, I hope you like football. And I was like, no, I don't like football. I'm like, no, like, I already have 2 guys in the house. Like, I need some more femininity in here. Like, I need some pinks and some purples and, you know, all these, you know, just boy toys everywhere. I'm just like, come on, you know, I mean, of course, we'll be blessed. I'm spitting. We'll be blessed regardless, but, you know, like, everybody has a preference, you know, no matter what journey they had to take. You know, everybody, the man only wants the boy and the woman sometimes, majority of the time, wants the girl. And so, you know, it was just like, okay, one of them has to be a girl. So I'm hoping he's wrong. I'm hoping that it is like maybe a boy and a girl, you know, at least so I can get a daughter. I mean, I've lost 3. You know, I really want a daughter. So anyway, he was like, you know, I said, you gonna change your answer? He was like, no, guys, I think I'm gonna stick with 2 boys. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, no. So anyway, he was right with the girls, and so I'm just really hoping that he's wrong this time. I really am hoping that he's wrong, like really, really wrong this time. So anyway, 11-week appointment. Like he has more pictures of baby B, like clearer pictures, but that's baby B. Let's see, hope y'all can see it good. That's baby B with the arm behind the head. And then baby B, more baby B right there, but you can see baby A right there too. And then I think that's baby A. And then, can't really see, but baby A right there. And then them 2 or whatever right there. Not very good pictures because they were very active and moving around and stuff like that. So anyway, they went ahead and what they call you know, ease me off my medications and stuff. So let's see, after I left that appointment about 3 days later, I was pretty much done with all medications, Crenone, X-Trace. And if you looked at the Instagram, you seen I was just like, yes, no more clumps. So anyway, moving forward, that was a very, you know, exciting, you know, appointment. And, you know, he was asking me if we have any questions, and I was like, no. And, you know, they all congratulated us and stuff like that, gave me my medical records to give to my new doctor, my OB, and just scooted us on out of there. So anyway, a week later, of course, was my OB appointment. I turned 12 weeks. So that was the one where I just went to on yesterday. And they did not do any type of vaginal ultrasound or even a, I don't know what you call it, but just a regular, you know, what they call it, you know, ultrasound over the belly. She did use like a Doppler like we use at home. And so it was okay when she tried, she did a baby A. She found, of course, right away. But baby B, of course, because baby B is behind baby A, it was very hard for her to try and get in. She was like pushing it in, trying to get underneath, and I was just like, I'm gonna have a bruise on my belly because she is really digging in. And so anyway, she say she feel like she heard, oh, that's another thing, I didn't go over the heartbeats with, I'm sorry, y'all, my mind. Okay, so heartbeats at 11 weeks were 166 baby A and 158 baby B. So those are the heartbeats for 11 weeks. So anyway, so for now, again, week 12, back to week 12, she was thinking at 170 for baby A and 172 for baby B. So that's what she said, and she said that's what she's thinking. It was kind of hard to get baby B. Anyway, so basically with my OB appointment, he did like a pap smear, and they did blood work and stuff like that. And so the pap smear, of course, he had to do his swabs, and he had to go in and put the thing in and do all kind of stuff in there. And so when he was getting ready to pray, you know, they put their hand in there and they kind of press around, and he was like, oh, kind of large. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, I feel like I'm huge to say I'm just, you know, and I guess that's normal. I gotta look back at my other, I don't think I was this big with the girls. I think I didn't pop until 16 weeks. And it might have been right before that. It might have been the same. Who knows? But I don't know why I just feel larger this go around. Anyway, what else? I was asking him, you know, I was like, well, is that normal to be this big? He was like, I think you're about the right size. He's like, yeah, that's about right. Like that, because they're like, ain't no way they're just not coming out my pelvic area, you know, like normally around this time they'll be kind of not all the way up to your belly button. Mine is literally between my belly button and my pelvic, so I know that mine are right there. Even when she was doing like the heartbeat, one baby was like literally right there. And so by the next 2 weeks, they're probably gonna be where the belly button is, to be honest with you, because and then at the 11-week appointment, they were measuring ahead. Baby A, let me see. Yeah, they were measuring ahead at the 11-week appointment. I'm just all over the place. I hope y'all don't be too disappointed in me, because I'm just not very organized. Okay, well. Okay, so 11 weeks. Okay, so 11 weeks, baby A was measuring 11 weeks and 3 days, and baby B was measuring 11 weeks and 6 days. So basically, they're measuring bigger than what the doctor says. So anyway, they're growing babies, they're getting big, everything's looking good, and I can't complain. I have not thrown up. However, I still have trouble brushing my teeth at times. I still have a bit of a trouble, what else? When I eat, you know, I go crazy when I eat. Not go crazy. When I eat afterwards, I feel icky. So I'm just like, ew, like that feels horrible. Other than that, Lord, hubby keeps calling. Other than that, the pregnancy is going great. I am still a little sleepy. I'm just still kind of fatigued, still kind of tired, but I am blessed, y'all. I am so blessed. I am so happy. Again, thanks everybody for your comments. I have not had a chance to respond to everybody because I have been so tired, y'all. And I know y'all understand, but I just want to kind of reiterate for those that, you know, may have wrote or maybe asked a question or said something. And also, you know, if you've experienced, you know, with having twins, but anyway, I keep getting interrupted, y'all. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I just want to say thanks everybody. Like I said, if y'all experience, you know, the whole heartbeat thing, it's so hard. I know it's an old wife's tale, but let me know what your baby's heartbeats were, and then what the gender was and what your doctor predicted. That would be kind of fun. I would love to know what y'all baby's genders was, you know, the first 3 ultrasounds that they do at the RE. And so forth. So again, just let me know your experience. I seen one lady told me about her tack that she had and how she went with 2 babies, 7 pounds each. That's a blessing. I have not, I don't know who exactly it was, but I remember reading over it in my email. But guys, I just want to say, give me y'all positive stories. Like, I want to hear them all. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all to death. And I'm so sorry this video was all over the place, and I'm so sorry I haven't been able to respond. But I will holler at y'all later, and I'll talk with y'all soon. second thing on my list is lemon drops. Lemon drops, the real lemon drops, the ones that have like the coating on the outside. Now these are a little bit different from the ones I had before because these are not as doesn't have that powdered film.